Nigerian beats. Nothing beats Nigerian beats. Even if it's snail that is crossing the zebra crossing, you will wait. But in Nigeria, everybody knows themselves. Even if you have not seen that person before in your life, you can literally go to a party you're not invited to and you will eat that jollof rice and goat meat that you will be eyeing. You will know the person that day.
They bad my feature, but that's what you know say.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, in today's YouTube video we're going to be discussing some of the pros and the cons of living in Canada versus living in Nigeria. And yeah, I know I've only been in Canada for 1 month plus, but I can say that I've picked up and I've noticed a few differences, a few pros and cons of living in Canada. And also living in Nigeria. I've lived in Nigeria basically my whole life, and I can speak on behalf of Nigerians. I can say a few pros and cons of living in Nigeria. So guys, without much further ado, let's get right into this video. So guys, number one pro of living in Canada is that Canada is one of the top countries in the world. Yeah, Canada made that list of being a part of the top countries in the world. Top in the sense that it's a very good, nice and safe space to live in, with nice big houses and also good education. Yeah, Canada has good education in its schools, both private and public schools, universities and colleges. And also Canada is the second largest country in the world after Russia. Can you beat that? Second largest country in the world. That means Canada is big. When I say big, to be going, and that means it has space to accommodate. That's why its border is always open to welcome immigrants from around the world. So yeah, Canada has space for accommodation too. So guys, the con of living in Canada is that Canada is expensive. When I say Canada is expensive, you're not here to start picking money from the ground. There's no money bill. When I say bills pass bills in this Canada, there's this phrase that keeps going around that says Canada is not all a bed of roses. Well, Canada is not all a bed of roses, guys. And you can't just be lying in your bed all day and expecting money to be coming into your account when you're not Elon Musk. Before you can be able to come to Canada and live comfortably, you have to be financially set before coming down to Canada, because there's high cost of living, bills to be paid, literally. So you have to come down, get a good job, work hard. You have to be hustling to be able to survive and live comfortably in Canada, literally, guys. But Nigeria economy is also hard and expensive. But the thing is that I don't even know which one passed the other at this point. Nigeria also has high cost of living because of the inflation. Inflation is very high in Nigeria. Of course, Canada also has inflation, but it's not as high as Nigeria own. Let's say you're in pole 1 and inflation is at the tempo, you have to meet up with the inflation. By the time you jump over to pole 2, inflation has already reached the 20th pole, because inflation keeps getting higher and higher. It's not even taking it easy at all. But in Canada, there's inflation, but it's not as intense as the one in Nigeria. It's not increasing every day. You guys feel me? So no matter how hard you work, the biggest company you can choose to work in, the bills will still choke you in Nigeria, because the inflation keeps getting higher every day. So the income might not even be correlating with your expenses sometimes. In Canada, you can work hard and live comfortably because your income will definitely correlate to your expenses, because your expenses are not as high. Though the money can be expensive and it's way bigger than Nigerian money, but your income will correlate. The money is not that high as Nigerians own, but in Nigeria. So in my opinion, I can say that's the difference between Canada and Nigeria. In Canada, you work smart and earn more. Why in Nigeria, you work hard and earn less, my brothers and sisters. I can say that Nigerians are very hardworking and smart, and that's the pro about Nigeria. Because living in Nigeria will teach you how to be smart. You can't live in Nigeria and not be smart. Are you playing? So you have to be able to know how to hustle before you can live in Nigeria. I know that, because and that's a good thing, it's a pro, because whenever Nigerians come over to Canada, they're always surviving, they're always dominating, because the shaggy that Nigerians have seen, the workload in Canada, you know, even reach one way for Nigeria, for real. Yeah, Nigerians are not used to any hard work, so anytime they come over, they're always surviving and dominating, and I'll give that to Nigerians. Yeah, Nigerians are hardworking and very smart. As a pro of living in Nigeria is that in Nigeria, there's nothing like natural disasters, season of the year, all these annual festivals like Halloween that they celebrate in this US cities. But in Canada, you definitely see the seasons of the year, natural disasters. Well, not that I've seen any of natural disasters, but there will be some natural disasters in Canada, and they also celebrate these annual festivals like Halloween. But season of the year is for sure. Canada experiences the 4 seasons of the year, which are summer, spring, autumn and winter. And the winter here is inhumanly cold. When I say inhumanly cold, like the cold here is not meant for human beings at all. It's very cold in the winter, and sometimes it can be lonely because going out in the winter is not really advisable. People are always indoors, so it's usually boring during winter. But a pro is that seasons like summer and spring are usually the best time of the year. Those are the times where you can live your life to the fullest. You have fun, everybody's outside playing under the sun. Parks are usually full, people are out one place or the other, so it's usually very fun during summer and spring. And there are also tourist attraction sites available in some cities of Canada. Cities like Niagara, Calgary, Ottawa, and Montreal. Those cities hold the best tourist attraction sites in Canada, where there are other cities, but these are the ones that I know of. Another pro of living in Nigeria is that Nigeria is also a hustling country. Hustling in the sense that it is a city that doesn't sleep. When I say the city that doesn't sleep, that means Nigeria is always active 247. And Nigerians can relate when I say that the insanity and craziness in Lagos can be so amusing and fun. Because in Canada, you're definitely not going to be seeing Bushile boy Salem, show this Salem. Yeah, bang money pan. That was 59, that was money change you. Me only change, that time for me change me. Yeah, wole, yeah, boy. And the bus driver don't know who gets, they don't even have any cool in there. So yeah, Lagos can relate to all this is what I'm saying, because if you are angry, like if you wake up angry and you plan on going out in the streets of Lagos, you definitely come back happy or in a good mood, because the joy, the enthusiasm, like literally Lagos is so down to earth and I love it. I can't say I'm fully a Lagosian, but with the few years I spent in Lagos, with the going out, oh my god, Lagos is so much fun. So guys, Canada have different various transport and transit systems, some of which include the public bus, trains, which are very accurate and very efficient. Whilst in Nigeria also has various different transport and transit systems. The Okada, Korope, Danfo, Marua, all those which are it's very flexible and it can be fun to use sometimes, and it's usually the cheapest form of transport system in Nigeria. Let me just say, Canada's transport system has to be one of the most complicated things I've ever seen in my life. That's a con for me, because the transport system here is very accurate, so accurate. And because if you don't have a car, if you have a car, you are even halfway good, you are halfway okay. You just need your Google map to take you to places you need to go. But if you don't have a car, you're planning to take the public transport, you must lose before you can actually find your ways. Because number one, if you're not with your phone should be your best friend when you're taking the public transport. Your phone is what I'll tell you to enter this bus. Because the bus conductors will not tell you that I'm going to this place, I'm going, unlike Nigeria, the bus conductor will not tell you I'm going to so you will have to know the bus in your head. Or your phone will tell you that there's a bus going to where you're going to, that is coming to where you are right now. So it can be confusing sometimes. You can mix up your bus stops, because when you get to your bus stops, there's no conductor that will say so bus stop. There's no conductor that will inform you of your bus stop. And if you are sleeping in Canada transportation, you snooze, you lose. There's no conductor that will tell you to come down, this is where you're coming down, this is where you're coming down. No, you have to know your bus stop, because I think the conductors are computers. I mean, they are not conductors. No. They are automated people that will tell you so bus stop. You now have to like press a button or push something that will signify to the bus driver that you're coming down here. So you have to listen very well. Guys, another pro of living in Nigeria is our music. Nigerian music is top notch. Nothing beats Nigerian music in the whole of Africa. Let me just say, in the whole of Africa, nothing can beat Nigerian beats. Nothing beats Nigerian beats. So we have artists like Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy, Thames, Rema. It's literally all from Nigeria, and they're all doing well internationally. So I'll say music in Africa comes from Nigeria, because even in other countries of Africa, they play Nigerian music. Even in this Canada, I hear people, Yankees, they play Davido's music in their car, and to be blasting, it's very loud, to be blasting, they play his music back to back. So Nigerians, we are doing well, don't forget. So guys, a pro of living in Canada is that Canada has laws than Nigeria. Canada has laws than Nigeria. Nigeria has less law, which is the economy in Nigeria. That's where you get most criminal activities, most crimes, and the police are not even, they're not seeming to do anything about it. So but in Canada you have laws and people are forced to abide by the laws. So if you're in Nigeria or in Lagos and you're looking forward to come and stay in Canada, just brace yourself that you're going to come and meet rules and regulations upon rules and regulations, laws upon laws. You're going to have to abide to them because there are consequences. Laws like no littering. You don't litter here, and if you litter there, there are consequences. You pay for littering. You literally, like, they'll surely get a way to find you, and you must obey the traffic lights. Here, traffic lights are you must obey traffic light, literally. And zebra crossing, when people are crossing on the zebra crossing, you must stop for them. But be it both people and animal, you have to stop for them. You can't rush. You have to wait for them to cross. Even if it's snail that is crossing the zebra crossing, you will wait, because like there was this day I was going on the roads of Canada and I saw ducks, literally ducks were following themselves on the zebra crossing, and the cars actually waited for them. I was so surprised. The cars waited, like, and the dogs were moving so slow, and they were so plenty, like it was a long line. So the cars actually waited for the dogs to cross. Can you beat that? Hey, so those are the type of laws you will meet when you come back to Canada. So the pros of living in Nigeria is that party lifestyle in Nigeria is fun and crazy. The anyhowness in Nigeria. Okay, yeah, Nigeria is known for its owambes, like that they call it now. It's owambes, party. Nigerians are known for party upon party, and it's very, very interesting. Here in Canada, they don't really party like as loud as Nigerians do. They party, but like all these small get-togethers, picnics and all that. Literally everybody here just minds their business. Even Nigerians here to Nigerians, they mind their business. So you can get lonely because everybody just day their day for this Canada. So the kind of parties they do over here in Canada, you must have literally RSVP'd like 2-3 weeks earlier. RSVP means invitation. You must have been invited or show that you are going to come for the party 2-3 weeks earlier before you can actually come into the party, because they won't allow you to enter their party. They won't allow you to just walk into their party. So, but in Nigeria party, everybody knows themselves. Even if you have not seen that person before in your life, you will know the person that day. You can literally go to a party you're not invited to, and you will eat that jollof rice and goat's meat that you will. Guys, the most important pro of living in Nigeria, which I totally almost forgot. I almost forgot it. Is that food. Guys, Nigeria is blessed. When I say blessed, Nigeria is blessed with food. Nigeria has the best food in the whole of Africa. Okay, that might be cap, but Nigeria is blessed with food. If you're a foodie and you're looking for Nigeria, like, just go to Nigeria and go and enjoy. But here in Canada, we don't really have food, like. But I would say maybe it depends on the taste buds of us Nigerians. Our taste buds are not really matching the food that they have here in Canada. So the food here are not really giving much. But Nigeria, when you move from the jollof rice to asun to pounded yam and egusi soup, you will know food past food. Yeah, food in Nigeria is 100%. I'll give it to that. That's a pro. But con is that Canada food is not it at all.
We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
Well, some of you might actually end up enjoying the food, but to me though, Nigerian food is the best. So guys, we have reached the end of this video, and before we close off here, I want to ask, is it really worth moving to Canada? Like, is it really worth it? With these few points I mentioned, which one do you think is worth your struggle? Which one do you think rocks your boat? Because Canada too has its own advantages and disadvantages, whilst Nigeria too has its own advantages and disadvantages. So it's up to you to pick your struggle. So guys, be sure to give a thumbs up to this video and leave a comment in the comment section on your opinion on which one do you think is worth it, moving to Canada or staying in Nigeria. Anyone, it's up to you guys to pick your struggle. So guys, be sure to give a like to this video and drop your comments down in the comment section, and also don't forget to share, subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate you guys for always subscribing. Always turn on your post notifications so anytime I drop a new video, you will be the first to watch it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.
Make them run their mouth. Them say them don't know how this song might come.